What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be making a video all about college and 10 things that I wish I would have known going into my freshman year. So if you would like to see what those 10 things are, make sure to stick around and stay to the end. Thank you for watching. The first thing I want to talk about today that I wish someone would have told me before I went to college is to enjoy your time in high school and to not rush things. For me, especially, I know that as soon as I accepted my acceptance to college, I was like, get me out of here. I don't want to be in high school anymore. I want to be in college. But I found that I wish I would have enjoyed the time that I had with all my friends before they went away to college and I went away. And I also wish I would have enjoyed just like the random days. You know, those days where you just like go to school, come home, nothing really happens, but you're surrounded by the same people all the time. And it's crazy because as soon as you get to college, it's not those same people. Growing up, I went to the same school district since I was 5 years old. So a lot of the kids I knew since I was literally fresh out of diapers. So to go from seeing the same people every single day to never seeing those people again probably ever in my life was such a crazy transition. And I feel like I wish I would have taken the time, you know, senior prom, graduation, post-graduation, like the summer, just interacting with all those people for one last time and really savoring the moments and the memories because like I know for me, I didn't have such a horrible high school experience, so it was kind of sad for me to just leave all these people behind. Yeah, I wish someone would have just said, enjoy your time, don't rush things. You know, you're gonna have the rest of your 4 years in college to enjoy college. So the summer before college, I really recommend not wishing you were there instead of being here. The next thing I want to talk about is getting good grades and not slacking off. I know you might be thinking like, duh, you're gonna try your hardest to get good grades because you're going to college, you're paying all this money, and you're gonna go there to get an education. But especially the first year and the first semester can be so tough because it's like, college is not like high school where you go to school at 8, you come home at 3, and then you have all this time to do work. It's not like that. For me, like, I remember I had class from 11 a.m. and then I also had a class at 9:30 at night. So it wasn't like you had time when you came home from school because you were going to school all day with like breaks in between. So it was really hard for me to go from studying or doing homework after school to now trying to find time to do work, to study, to get stuff done for classwork that I had to hand in the next day. So definitely trying to find a good balance of time and trying to find a good schedule that works is crucial. And I know for me, I did not have that my first semester. So yeah, I would definitely say focus on getting your grades, focus on getting your work done. Don't just try to float by, really put in your all for effort. The third thing I wanted to talk about today is don't be upset if you don't do as good as you thought you would do. Because like I just said, put in all your effort, do the hardest work you can do. I don't know. Put in all your effort, do the best you can do, but at the end of the day, it is such a different style of learning that it's okay if the first semester or second semester even, you're just trying to catch up. I know I have so many friends, and even me myself, like the first year, I doubted if the career path I chose was even meant for me because I felt like this work is so hard, can I do this? But it's like, it's your first year. It's not even like the work being so hard, it's the different style and technique of learning, the professors, the programs, like everything is so different compared to high school. A lot of high schools don't have major specific learning, so going from learning just everyday math, everyday science, everyday English, where you could be like the #1 student in your class, and then you come to college and you're competing with all these other kids who are as smart as you, and you might think, oh, they're all doing fine, but I'm the only one struggling. Like, they're not. Everyone has a tough time transitioning into college and the work style, so don't worry about it. Your first year is the year of learning and getting used to things, so if you don't do as good as you thought you would do, just try your best, try your hardest, And if you still can't do it, I would recommend getting a tutor, getting help from your teachers, your professors, going to office hours. I honestly think the way I succeeded in college is by going to office hours, meeting with professors, meeting with tutors provided by the school, and all of it's free. Like, you don't have to pay for it. You can really do so much better because, especially meeting with the professors, like, they're the ones who grade your homework, grade your assignments, your tests, your quizzes, and if they know you, you will do so much better in their class, and they will give you advice, they will help you with problems you're having, and they know how to take their class because they're the one teaching it. So I would definitely recommend, like, going to see them, getting help from advisors, because at the end of the day in college, so many people want you to succeed. It's not like they just want you to fail and take your money. They want to see you do well. They want to see you succeed in their program, in their classes, so when you go on to the workforce, you can say that you went to their school with pride. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is making sure you're passionate about the major or the field of study that you're going into or planning on going into. So I know some people can get into programs before high school ends, or you can get into different like fields of study prior to entering college, or you could even like try to figure it out during college. And I feel like a lot of people go into college thinking they want to be one thing, and then by the end of 4 years end up on a completely different career path. So my best advice for something like this would be to really know what you care about, what you're passionate about. For me, what I did was I knew I always wanted to work with kids, and I knew I always had a passion for helping people. So I knew that I wanted to be in a field where I could do both of those things at the same time while still making money. The best way I found a field and a major and a line of study that I was passionate in was literally writing down things that I liked, writing down what I cared about, what I wanted to achieve in my life, and going on Google, searching up different jobs, different outlooks, different careers. And I don't know, for me that was so exciting and interesting, and I know some people obviously aren't like that, like they don't care to Google stuff, but I found like that was the best way I could find my future and be so content with what I'm going to do in the future and have no doubt, because I know that through my personality, this job fits my personality, so I'm gonna like it. And then like definitely like being involved in different jobs, different extracurriculars, different experiences in your life can really help show you like, oh, is this the field that you want to go into, or is this something that you care about? So I feel like if you don't know what you're going into, or if you're not passionate about it and you don't have a real like, this is something I'm going to like in the future, chances are by the end of 4 years you're going to change your mind. Because if you're doing something for the money, or if you're doing something because it sounds good, or because your parents want you to, it's not something that you want. So you're not going to be full-fledged like putting your all into this kind of thing, you know what I mean? So definitely like, if you're not sure of what you want to do or what you want to be, it's okay. You have so much time in college to figure that out. That's the best way to find a career path that you're passionate about, and the most successful way to go through 4 years of college and get the degree that you need. Because I know so many people get into college and then they change their ideas, they change their minds, they want to do something different, and it's great, because if you're going to be unhappy after 4 years, it's better that you change your mind earlier on than be unhappy for like 20 years in your life and then you try to change your mind and it's like you have so many other things going on that you can't. So the next thing that I wish somebody would have told me going into college, and I know this is going to sound so redundant, but join organizations and clubs. I know, Eileen, everyone tells you to do that, shut up. Everyone told me to do it. Did I do it? No. Are you gonna do it? Probably not. It is so exciting going to college and like going to involvement fairs, and like different like organizations have like first day meetings and stuff like that. It's so exciting, it's so fun, but it's so easy during the span of the year in college, or the span of the semester, to just be like, I'm not gonna go. I don't have time for this club. I don't have energy for this club. My classes conflict with this club. I can't do it. It's so easy to fall into that kind of mindset. And again, like, the laziness kicks in and you're just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to get up from my bed. I'd rather just sit here and watch YouTube videos all day. So I would definitely say join clubs, join organizations, because the best way to feel motivated and feel excited to get up in the morning and to go to class, get stuff done that you need to get done, is to have like a support system and activities that you know you want to do surrounding the stuff that you know you have to do. So like, if you are in a club that you love, like, and you have to do something for that club at night, say you need to get this much work done, and that club could be like your reward. I feel like I wish I would have joined clubs and organizations early on in college, like the first semester, right away, because I feel like I would have had like a set schedule and like a much more regimented life, where I would have been like, yes, like I'm ready to do college, like I'm ready to do this, and like everybody else is there to support you because they, like upperclassmen, have been there in your shoes and you can go to them for support. So definitely I feel like clubs, organizations, get involved. There's so many things in college, like anything you're interested in, they will have a club for it. And if they don't, you can make it. So it's like, there's no reason not to get involved, and I wish I would have got involved. So the next thing I wish I would have known going into college is, I wish I would have made more of an effort to maintain and keep friendships and relationships, not only from high school, but also the ones that I made in college. So I feel like college is a place where you're like, I'm gonna make so many new friends, I'm gonna do so many new fun and exciting things, but it can be really easy to stop sending that text every day and stop making that FaceTime call every day. Something as simple as calling your friend and being like, hey, how are you, how have you been, what's going on with you, can make such a difference in your friendship, because it can be so easy when somebody's not next to you or in the same town as you to not talk to them, because you can be so busy, you can be having so much stuff to do in class, so much stuff with your club, so much stuff. College is just a crazy time where you're just constantly busy, so it can be so easy to lose sight of the friendships and relationships that you've had and keeping the ones that you're making intact. So I feel like I wish I would have spent more time calling my friends and being like, hey, how are you, how have you been? Because I feel like when you come home, you'll see the same people again and you'll see your friends again. It's great because it's like you haven't seen them in so long. But just because you're seeing them now shouldn't be a reason to be friends with them, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, and obviously friendship is a two-way street, but you have to make that effort and show that you care about this person just as much as you want them to do the same for you. So I feel like in college, I definitely wish I would have spent more time asking my friends how they're doing and how their lives are going, and not just focusing it on like what I'm doing that day and who I'm spending my time with at college, because your other friends matter too and they go through everything you're going through too. So if anything, they're the ones who can really help you and talk to you about things that you might be struggling with, because they're the ones who've known you longer and have known you since high school. So the next thing I want to talk about is not to focus on romantic relationships or relationship with boys or girls, you know. College can be fun. But I find that people in college aren't really looking for relationships, they're looking for fun. So it's like, if you spend all your time looking for a relationship or trying to talk to somebody or trying to find somebody, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can, like, it's so easy, there's so many new people, you might fall in love and get married, I don't know, but it's such a crazy time where it's like, you don't want to look back and remember your freshman year of college or your sophomore year of college chasing after somebody or being in a relationship that you don't want to be in, and then you regret all that time that you spent and wasted. on somebody who ended up not staying in your life. So I feel like college is definitely not the place to worry about that. Maybe towards the end, but definitely not your freshman year. Your freshman year, you should really focus on having fun and doing whatever you want to do, living your best life. Like, yeah, so I feel like don't focus on romantic relationships. If it's meant to be, it will be. It will meant to be. And if it comes to you, it will come, but don't go searching for guys or girls, because honestly, just do you. You have enough to worry about. Don't focus on it. So the next thing I want to talk about is, and I know I already kind of talked about this a little, but have a routine in your life or it will be in shambles. Literally. If you don't make a set routine, you will never accomplish anything. I mean, you will accomplish stuff, but towards the end of my second semester, I learned the hard way that I could not keep living my life like a bum. Like, I would literally cram so hard. All the first semester, I would cram so hard for exams the night before, would lose so much sleep, pull all-nighters, everything. And I realized it's literally not worth it. You will do so much better if you do a little bit each day. And I know it can be so hard, but if you have your life in a routine and you wake up every morning and you do the same thing, and kind of like in high school, how you go to school at the same time every day, you come home at the same time every day, you do work at the same time every day, you get so accustomed to it that it just works. And I feel like in college, no one makes a routine for themselves, because it's like, you can do whatever you want to do. That's the whole point of college, right? But if you don't have a routine, you will learn soon enough that it's not going to be easy. Because if you're not studying ahead of time, or you're not getting work done little by little, everything will come crashing down on you on like a Sunday night, and you're going to be like in the flames of hell, like, someone save me. So definitely get a routine, because if you don't have one, it's not going to be good. So the next thing I want to talk about is eating as healthy as possible. And I know what you're thinking, like, no, this is not going to be another one of those videos where it's like freshman 15, blah, blah, blah. But it is real. Like, it is real. It can be so easy to go to the dining hall and just eat whatever you think is good, because a lot of times the dining hall food is gross. Nobody likes it. You could have the best school, I don't care, best dining hall, 5-star, you will hate it after 1 month. And honestly, it could be so easy to be like, I like the pizza here, I'm just gonna eat the pizza every day for the rest of the semester. But honestly, it takes a toll not only on like your weight and like your physical fitness, but it takes a toll on your mind. Because if you're eating pizza 3 times a day, every day, you're not going to feel energized, you're not going to feel good about yourself, you're going to feel groggy and tired, and like you don't even want to get up in the morning, me, all the time. So like, it's so easy to get into that habit, but honestly, you just need to try to eat as healthy as possible. I know it's hard, like some days you just want to have that piece of pizza, but eat fruit, eat stuff you can trust at the dining hall, as healthy as you can be, because it will be very traumatic to look at yourself after the first year and you're like, why do I look so bad? It's because I ate pizza every day. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about today, arguably the most important, is taking care of yourself. And that means mentally, physically, emotionally, you know, really taking the time out of your day in college to wind down and express your emotions, because it can be a really emotional time, and especially going to a new place and living in a dorm or an apartment or something, you are surrounded by a roommate all the time. So your room, the place where you normally would have gone to, you know, cry, be upset, think to yourself, spend alone time, you no longer have that in college. I mean, if you have a roommate, you no longer have that, and it could be really bearing on your shoulders, the fact that you have to constantly be this happy person in front of all your friends, in front of all your family, you're showing them that you're doing your best and you're having fun, and it's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, if you're upset, be upset. If you're sad and you want to cry, cry. I know it can be hard if you have a roommate or something, then find another spot, a place where you can just go and be alone, because I feel like everyone needs that time to just, you know, deal with everything they're dealing with. I know it's so easy, like, I was like the first 2 weeks of college, I was just like, oh, everything's so great, I'm so happy, I'm so this, I'm so that, and then finally I just like broke down into tears, and I was like, ah, like I can't do this anymore, because it's hard, because like you have to put on this face every day where it's like, I'm good, I'm fine. It's not like regular school where it's like 3 o'clock, you're done, you're going home, and you can do whatever you want, and you can be upset, you can be mad by yourself in your like sanctuary. In college, you're surrounded by people 24/7, and even if you don't have a roommate, you're still surrounded by friends, you're surrounded by just people. Like, you go to eat, and there's so many people there. You go to sleep, and there's people in your building. Like, it's just hard. So definitely find time to take care of yourself and be alone and really think and process your emotions. I feel like it's so important in college, and it'll really benefit you. Because I didn't know that. I just went crazy. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notifications. And I'll see you in the next video.
The Hit Brainiac.